Welcome back, survivors, to The Walking Dead No Man's Land. I am the Lucky Irishman, and I take whiskey with my tea. So, we're going to talk about shooters today. We're only going to talk about a couple of them. Before we get into that, a shooter is a high damage, average health fighter with the ability to get an extra critical extra attack when they use their charge. Which basically means when they use their charge attack, you get two shots. The first one is guaranteed to be a critical. And this is very important when using a shooter on how to equip them and how to use them in the field. So first we're going to talk about Tara Chambler. She has a healing charge, which gives her the ability to heal herself for 26% health at this point at her current level. And she also gives this ability to each member of her team when she's a leader. Now she does extra attack damage, and when she's in Overwatch, she does extra damage, and she has extra damage resistance. And then she has the Lucky trait, which gives her an additional chance that her other traits will take effect. This gives Tara the ability to be a very, very useful team leader, especially when used with warriors or bruisers. So if she's using her charge, obviously she'll heal herself. But if you have a warrior or bruiser on your front lines holding back the hordes, whenever they use their own charge attack, they will heal themselves. So this keeps your warriors and bruisers in the fight longer, because your warriors and bruisers are generally going to be your frontline fighters, and they're going to be taking more hits, hopefully, than any other characters. Now, Rick Grimes also makes a great leader for your warriors and bruisers. Also makes a great additional character for any lineup using Tara. Say using Tara, Rick, and your favorite warrior and bruiser. His close call gives him extra weapon damage if the target of the attack is next to one of your other survivors. Now, as a leader, all members of his team still get this trait, which makes, as a team leader, a very deadly fighter. He also has increased Overwatch damage, increased damage in general, Lucky, which increases the chance of his other traits, and Retaliate, which means if he's attacked, he will deal 75% of his weapon damage back to his attackers. Now with both Rick and Tara, what you want to go with is damage. However, with Tara, because of her healing charge, it can be more useful to stack extra health in addition to extra damage. Now we either use extra damage or critical damage, or both, on Rick and Tara. Both types of badges will go a long way into making them more powerful. However, with Tara, stacking her with a bit extra health helps make the most out of her healing charge. Now, Rick, on the other hand, hopefully you've got bruisers and warriors between him and danger, so you should be just fine using damage and crit damage badges on him. Now, I got Tara and Rick later in the game, so I haven't got them as high leveled up as my other characters. That's why they do not have as good badges as some of my others do. Now, as a working example of Tara and Aaron working together, I have a regular bruiser here, which I will send to keep this armored fucker at bay. Now, you see Aaron in his previous missions, this is the distance, by the way, was pretty heavily damaged. So I'm going to use his charge attack to attack this armored guy, and he will recover nearly to 50% health. Then I'll go ahead and use him to, clear the path for me. Now, with those guys out of the way, it's a simple thing for me to move forward. But the most important detail here is that his charge attack was able to allow him to recover health that was lost in previous missions, which will allow him to keep in the fight longer. And the other thing that really helps with using him is using his charge attack at the same time as Tara's healing ability gives him the ability to do not only extra damage, but extra health at the same time. Now, as you see, I'm going to... He's pretty much messed up anyway. I hit him. Boom. Now he's charged up again. I want to heal him before we leave. I'm going to back you up. Come on, get it. Actually, that's going to be a little tough for these guys. He can hit harder than these guys can. Okay, the point is that after using a bruiser or warrior to keep the enemy in place, I can use Aaron's charge attack to heal himself, and he does extra damage because he obviously, using his teamwork ability, can do extra damage to a target that's already been hit, making him and Terra a good combination when you use the bruiser or warrior as your front line. I hope you enjoyed this video, and hope this helps you build your shooters a little bit better. I'm the Lucky Irishman, over and out.